trouble going to sleep, right? Oh, I'm Rem. I live in the attic of the hotel. The doorman knows about it, don't worry. And I knows all about sleep. I got my pillow, I got my jammies, and I'm ready to help you sleep. Are you in your jammies? If you can't sleep, you gotta be ready for sleep. You gotta get your pillow and your jammies and take your medicine if you have medicine. Oh, and if you wear contacts, don't sleep in contacts. They'll roll into the back of your eyelids and become sticky and gross, and they might get stuck in there. You have to protect your eyeballs. They're very important. I'm trying to be quiet. Am I being quiet enough? Are you ready for sleeping? Good. Okay, time for sleeping lesson. Now that you're comfy, let's see if we can figure out some reasons it might be hard for you to sleep. Do you eat dinner right before you go to bed? Eating less than 3 hours before you sleep is very bad for your sleep, but also your tummy. So that could be why. Oh, it could be coffee too. Hayes drinks lots of coffee because she doesn't like sleeping. You're only supposed to have it in the morning. And if you have too much of it, then it's very bad for your heart. Okay, it's also really important that your bed is for resting. If your bed isn't for resting and you do your work or you eat and then just being on your bed will make you tired. Some people will tell you that you have to sleep during the right night hours and be awake all of the right day hours, but as a professional sleeper and master at snoozing, this is not true. Well, I mean, it can be true. Ugh, bleh. I can't speak when I'm trying to be real quiet. There's this thing called a sarcophagus? No. A cicada? A cicada rhythm. It's a fancy word. Hayes taught it to me. Is how your body knows when it's day and when it is night. So if you're sleeping when it's not dark, you gotta make sure that it's really dark. You can get a little mask or sleep face down, but don't die lying on your face because it's hard to breathe. Maybe don't lie on your face. Every little helper of mine has to do something different to fall asleep, so everybody's ritual is different. This is Bobo, and he has to listen to the gramophone or the radio or the rain or he can't sleep. This is Cece. She likes to read to go to sleep. I don't know how she learned how to read. Because you can't read in dreams, and we've only been in the real world for like 3 weeks. I know how to read because I learned looking into the real world from the outside, but I guess Cece is just really smart. And this one is Kevin. He sleeps pretty easy, but he always has to sleep on his side, and he sleeps with the lights on, even though that usually keeps people awake. I guess bro's just really tired all the time. What about the people that I know? Hayes only sleeps when she has to, so instead of preparing for bed, she just passes out eventually after like 20-something hours. I don't think the doorman downstairs sleeps either. I think maybe he does, but when he sleeps I can't see his dreams. Maybe he just doesn't dream or never sleeps and only rests. Who else do I know? I guess I do know how everyone sleeps, I guess. But that's kind of personal, so I can't just tell you. That would be bad REM activities and very rude. I do kind of know some people who wouldn't mind though, I don't think. Paige drinks hot tea to sleep even in the summer when it's super hot, and Mina closes these really big heavy curtains and has a little eye mask and all sorts of big pillows, very fancy. Abrams puts on an album and just goes to sleep. Billy can pass out anywhere, at any time, day or night, with his shoes on. I hate shoes. What do I do to sleep? Well, it would be better to ask how I ever stay awake. But I think the most important part is to be comfy and at rest. Not doing really anything, even if stuff is happening around me, as long as I'm not doing anything. And I got my pillow and a place to lay down good, I can sleep. But not all sleep is the same sleep. It's important to find out how you sleep the best and feel the most rested. So now you go to sleep. I'm gonna leave you a little helper and go back to the attic. Let it help you sleep. They're very soft and they like getting pet, okay? Have a good night.